When it comes to odd Super Mario games, Super Mario Odyssey is certainly somewhere on that list with its wacky mechanics. Instead of just having Mario's normal moves, there are also a ton of new abilities with your new hand companion. And of course, when making this wonder of a Mario game, they went through a lot of testing and got rid of some things while keeping some others. So today we're going to take a look at some of the early concept art of the game and even compare them with the final cut. So let's begin! Now to start off, we have picture number 1, which seems to be from a desert-themed level. It seems to be the Sand Kingdom, but this time with different looking inhabitants and a different overall style. There isn't really a Mexican vibe, but a heavy focus on an Arabic theme. More Egyptian by the looks of it, with the sphinxes, snake charming and camels and such. Just look at it. It just screams Arabic. So would the Sand Kingdom be more Egyptian or Arabic themed instead of Mexican? Well, by the looks of it, this was originally the plan. But at some point, they changed it all and they went more with an Aztec and Mexican theme. Maybe that's why we still see a pyramid in the levels. That was both an Egyptian and Aztec thing. Who knows what they really did? But by the looks of it, there certainly was a different plan. Now we move on to our second screenshot. Now this one is really interesting, because these blokes should seem a little bit familiar to you. Because these were actually the bosses they planned for the game, which ended up becoming the Brutals. They look extremely different and more like Koopas or birds of sorts, but this time having an overall gangster vibe. Overall, I think they look absolutely amazing and I would have loved to actually fight these. Can you just imagine having these gangster Koopa-like beings fighting you one-to-one? I bet their style would look absolutely amazing in the game. But sadly enough, we got the Brutals in the end. We're still really good though, really, don't get me wrong. But these also look absolutely gorgeous. But the Brutals weren't the only ones that had a little bit of a redesign, because there were also about 5 different types of cappies. All of them were still in a similar style though, either looking like hats or more like some sort of humanoid little bird. Personally, I think the upper left one looks absolutely amazing and is, in my opinion, a better design than the final one seen in the game. It looks a bit more dark and creepy, like it's made of some sort of black magic spell. Having that as Cappy would be absolutely amazing. That would have added so much to the style of Cap Kingdom as well. It would fit right in perfectly. But in the end, we actually got the white design of Cappy, which isn't even seen here on the concept art. I have to say though, that design is also really, really good. That's a bit more Boo-like. Now these next ones are a little bit odd, because there's also concept art of Peach being captured by Mario so you can play as her. I don't really know what their plan was. Apparently they thought this should be a feature in the game, being able to play as Peach and Bowser. Or maybe Bowser wasn't even an idea back then, and they started off with Peach. That's also a possibility, although I'm not completely sure about that. It would have been interesting though, playing as the actual princess, which we never really do. There was only one weird spin-off game for the Game Boy, if I remember correctly, where you were able to play as her for an entire game. However, that wasn't the same as a normal Super Mario title. So it would have been really cool to actually play as Peach. However, aside from this, we also see another little thing. Mario being a woolly mammoth, which was probably from the Snow Kingdom. However, I have no idea how that would have played a role in the level, because there's clearly not enough space for such a big creature to walk around. So maybe it used to be a lot bigger or more open, so that woolly mammoths could walk around and have fun. Although I'm not completely sure about that. However, things are only getting crazier from here, because another thing seen in the concept art is this. Bowser having his own Cappy-like companion and flying around on what looks like a car that lives with wings. I'm not sure what's happening here, it looks absolutely crazy to be honest. Now this could be his actual vehicle before they came up with the entire airship thing. Now in my opinion this would have been better, because it looks interesting and it's also a bit weird. I mean, the airship is fun and all, but this looks so much crazier, in a good way. However, this isn't the only concept art that made me desire it in the actual game, because this piece of the Mushroom Kingdom looks absolutely amazing and way better than the one we see in the final cut. It feels so much more lively and fun, filled with buzz and activity, places to explore, see, things to do. I would have loved to run around through this. This looks so much better than the one we got in the actual game. Why didn't they put this in? This reminds me so much of the Mushroom Kingdom scene in Super Mario Galaxy. That one also looks amazing and would be so much fun to actually run around in and interact with other people, do things.
Mamma mia!
I want it! Now for our final screenshot, we will be looking at probably the best one out of all of them. Because it shows off a different kind of Cloud Kingdom that would have been a million times better than the one seen in the final game. Just look at the mountains and the waters in the back, and the clouds you can walk across in order to get all the way up there. And then on the other side of the screenshot, we see an amazing looking cloud palace, which is guarded by Lakitus even. Seeing this makes me extremely excited. I would have loved to go to this Cloud Kingdom and actually explore the castle itself, meet its Lakitu ruler, and help it in any way, shape or form. And of course, along the way, take some beautiful pictures of the scenery. This is an absolute dream. Why didn't they add this? The one seen in the final game is so much worse. It's so empty, it's only there for a fight and a couple of puzzles and small things, but nothing major really. Nothing like this. This impresses me so much and I would have loved to explore this. Why wasn't this DLC then, if it wasn't in the actual final game? The idea behind it is so good in my opinion. But sadly enough, we will never ever see it. However, if you want to see more cool concept art stuff, just click in the upper right corner real quick. There's a playlist there. There are more videos like these on other games. Just check it out. But for now, we will have to end this video and only dream of what we just saw. Thanks for watching everybody, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to watch more videos, be sure to click the annotations in the upper right corner or on the screen. And then of course subscribe and click the bell button and yay.